Here it is, a beautiful spring day in April. Taking a cue from our friend Chris in Switzerland, who gives us his very gracious video tours of where he lives. I decided to take a little footage of where I live instead of just flying the airplane footage. That's the view of my backyard, and this is the Butler Lodge. My wife and I built this measly little shack about 7 years ago with our own bare hands. Got in a hurry and had the sheetrock and the plumbing done by professionals, or at least the boiler. We did everything else. Even found the moose antler and carved our address number into it over the door there. So those mountains in the background are part of the Chugach Mountains here in south central Alaska. You can't see it through those trees very well, but there's a valley that splits, and the mountains over our neighbor's house back up in here are the Talkeetna Mountains, which is where we go do a lot of playing. As if you drove out my driveway right there, then turn the corner down by the split rail fence, I've got a really good view of the Talkeetna Mountains coming out the driveway. Otherwise, did a little spring cleanup today. Finally got all the snow melted. Got all the junk that's been blown into the yard from a few windstorms gone. There's the archery range. And enough trees in the backyard to cut to throw in the fireplace for a little bit of warmth when we can. And around here in the back is a little bit more open view of the Snow Goose Pond. It's a little more like a duck marsh on the back side of the house. It's about a half a mile long. In the summer it fills up with ducks, seagulls. We actually have a pair of swans that built a nest, tundra swans I believe, maybe they're trumpeter swans, I'm not sure, that built a nest back here. They got a little frustrated. It was their first time and their egg didn't do anything, but so they got up and left. But it's pretty neat watching swans back here. I believe today's the 17th of April. This pond never thaws out until the first week of May. So we've got another couple of weeks to go, but the ducks have already been flying around checking it out, trying to get started on this year's nests. Out our kitchen window is an amazing mountain called Pioneer Peak. Pioneer Peak starts at about 250 feet above sea level and goes up to just a fuzz under 7,000, so it's pretty impressive right here in the valley that we live in. And behind those trees is a glacier. We can't really see it until we get up from the second floor of the house. This little short hill right in front is called Lazy Mountain. It's 4,000 feet high. There's a trail that goes up to the top of it. It's a really good hiking workout hill. You get in shape for backpacking and doing a little bow hunting up in the high country in the fall, and that's a pretty place to work out. The peak behind it is called Mount Matanuska. We live in the Matanuska Valley, and they named the mountain after it. It's almost 7,000 feet as well. Anyway, that is the view of the Butler backyard, looking over Snow Goose Pond and looking almost straight north that direction.